exempted supply of services. Compared to the exempted supply of goods, exempted supply of service list is very big. So much of complication in the exempted supply of services, which now I am presenting for a kind consideration one by one. How I am going to present, sir? If you refer notification number 12/2017 of the central tax, almost all 83, 84 services are there qualify exemption. Apart from that, we do have some more exemptions at interstate level. Notification number 9/2017 of integrated tax. More than 100. This cannot be discussed 1, 2, 3 like that, but it can be effectively can discuss by grouping it sector wise. Our education sector, what are the exemptions? Health sector, what exemptions? You get my point, sir? Like that, sector wise, I am going to cover exemptions. There, whatever exemptions entry available here and there will be ordered in one particular platform. If I say charitable sector in one place, all services are qualified exemption under GST will be brought under one roof. Government sector under one roof. Banking sector under one roof. Insurance sector under one roof. Transport goods sector is under one roof. All relevant exemptions I will discuss. So that is a healthy practice, is a practical approach. In fact, our CA Institute also material is flowing in that direction, seems to be. Otherwise, they should follow the direction only. It's the industry practice direction. Exemptions sector wise. The first and foremost sector I am referring, charitable sector. Exemption is granted to charitable sector only when if the charitable sector is a particular business entity which has been registered under the Income Tax Act under section 12AA of Income Tax Act or under section 12AB of the Income Tax Act, if it have been got registered as a non-profit making entity under section 8 of the Companies Act 2013. You must be get a status from the income tax officer, section 12AA status, if not section 12AB of the Income Tax Act. Such a non-profit entity, such a charitable sector, such a trust offer the services, activities relating to health care or care or counseling of terminally ill persons or persons of severe physical mental disability, persons afflicted with HIV or AIDS, for them care or counseling, public health is given, or public awareness of preventive health, family planning and prevention of HIV infection, advancement of religious spirituality yoga, advancement of education program or skill development relating to abandoned, orphaned or homeless children, or physically or mentally abused or traumatized persons, or persons namely prisoners, persons over the age of 65 years residing in rural area, or preservation of environment including watershed, forest, wildlife are exempted. How, sir, should we understand this? Not only that, furthermore is there services imported by the charitable organization from outside India for the purpose of meeting the above objectives. These objectives purpose, they import the services by paying the payment to the foreign supplier. Such import of services also be exempted in the hands of the such a charitable sector. Condition, the charitable sector must be section 12A, 12AB of the Income Tax Act, as the case may be, either 12A entity or 12AB entity, as the case may be. Understandably catching difficult, sir, means no problem. I am going to bring to notice right now with the help of the visualization of this. Can you tell me which company is non-profit organization? Which company is a section 8 of the Companies Act 2013? Non-profit company means what? No profit, huh? Tell me then what? One sentence if you say, I will say hats off to that, sir. You have to know. I should know, you know or not. Tell me, online students, what do you mean by non-profit company? In one line, simple, amma. Simple சொல்லு, definition எல்லாம் வேணாம் எனக்கு. Section 18, Section 8 of the Companies Act should not be reproduced here, not required. One sentence, Raja, poduma. Tell me, Sai, tell me. Non-profit company means what? I am a client, amma, you are my auditor. Non-profit company என்ன சார் அது? Section 8 of the Companies Act 2013 நீங்க சொல்றீங்க, எந்த கம்பெனி சார் ப்ராஃபிட் இல்லாம போகணுமா? நான் ப்ராஃபிட் நோ ப்ராஃபிட்டா? நோ ப்ராஃபிட்னா சத்துவாமா, எழுந்து உட்கார முடியாது. Means which company called non-profit company then? Just one sentence enough. Thereby I will satisfy, I will be happy with you. Online students, tell me, non-profit na enna? Non-profit company, not non-profit company means what? If you say that only, I can proceed further. சொல்லுங்க சார், சொல்லுங்க. தப்பான பரவாயில்ல ராஜா, நான் பார்த்துக்கிறேனே. Further, sorry to say, profit of further object. Meaning what? ஒன்று சொல்லுங்க, புரிய மாட்டேது. கரெக்டு தான். Profit used for further appliances for which they have been. Okay. இன்னும் சுருக்கமாக சொல்லு, ஒன்றும் புரிய மாட்டேது எனக்கு. You should make understand to a layman. Simple to say. நான் சொல்ற பாருங்க. கௌரி சொல்லு, அப்போ சொல்லு கௌரி, சொல்லுமா. சாய் சொன்னது கொஞ்சம் மெரிட்டா சொல்றாரு. They won't take the money, they will keep in the same company. கரெக்டா? ஒரு வார்த்தை சொல்லாமே. கரெக்டுமா, ரெண்டு பேரும் கரெக்டா சொன்னீங்க. Profit of the organization not distributing as a dividend. முடிஞ்சு போயிடல. Profit cannot be appropriate to the owners. அதானப்பா அவ சொன்ன, அதுதான். ப்ராஃபிட் டு யூஸ் ஓன்லி ஃபார் பிஸ்னஸ். நீங்கள் சொல்கிறீங்க ப்ராஃபிட் அப்படியே வச்சுக்கோ சொல்கிறீங்க. அப்படி வச்சு என்ன பண்ணணும்? யாருக்கு கொடுக்கக்கூடாது? ஓனர்ஸ்க்கு டிவிடெண்ட் கொடுக்கக்கூடாது. தட்ஸ் ஆல். Profit should not be drawn by the owners. Profit should not be distributed as a dividend. That is the main clause, non-profit making. Okay, now here I would like to ask you, charitable sector means the company, the sector must be registered under the company, under the Income Tax Act, should get a status. What status? Section 12AA or 12AB of the Income Tax Act. Section 12AA இருக்கணும். If not 12AB இருக்கணும். Which entity will get 12AA or 12AB status from the income tax? One criteria should satisfy. And the criteria in the income tax officer, by seeing that criteria only, will grant the license. Further, next year to renew, every renewal required. You are that every year renewal required, every year based on one criteria, he will grant the renewal certificate again. Okay, continue. 85% as a minimum, 85% of that gross inflow should be spent for the purpose for which it has been incorporated. That is the criteria. இப்போ gross inflow வந்துச்சுமா 2 crores and the charitable trust is incorporated what purpose? For welfare of the orphan children. அப்போ that money should be spent not less than 85% of the gross inflow only for the purpose for which the company, the institution has been established. Income tax service சும்மா பார்த்துட்டு கொடுக்க மாட்டேன். At the same time, difference between Grey Matter Academics Private Limited and Chari Charitable Trust. Chari Charitable Trust 12AA, 12AB entity. Grey Matters Academics Private Limited is a company. Now, both of them having the PAN number income tax. For the both, one major difference is there. Charitable Trust empowered to collect donations. Grey Matters Academic Private Limited should not. You are aware of that or not? Grey Matter Academic Private can collect the donation or what? No. Commercial organizations not allowed to collect the donations. There must be a status to collect the donations. These are all parameters required to consider the particular trust is a qualify for exemption. So the entity should be 12A, 12AB of income tax recognized as an institution and providing services in the following manner. Public health by way of care or counseling of dash terminally ill persons, persons with a severe physical or mental disability, persons afflicted with HIV or AIDS, for them healthcare services providing, persons addicted to depends of narcotic or narcotic drugs, for welfare of them society has been, a institution has been formed and performing for the welfare of these particular persons and charging the charges free from GST. Further, public health by way of public awareness of preventive health, family planning or prevention of HIV infection. For that, the institution has been established. 12A, 12AB of Income Tax Act status is there, happy, sufficient, free from GST. Or advancement of religion or spirituality or yoga. Advancement of religion means what? Sir, a huge gathering. I will give one classical example. In Telangana, Hyderabad, there is a NTR stadium, a very big stadium, my dear. Every year, one Bhakti TV, Bhakti TV is there. That management used to conduct every year, yearly once, Koti Deepochavam festival. Means 1 crore diyas are enlighting in that stadium. And every day, over a period of 1 month, every day, there are celebrations, religious celebrations. One fine day, Kamakoti Mutt, Section 12 AB of Income Tax Act, registered person. Kamakoti Mutt saint came to that particular place, NTR Stadium, in that Koti Deepocham festival. He took 1 hour spiritual lecture, religious lecture. All of them happy, should be go unitedly. We as human beings respect with each other, help with each other, and that is what the God expecting from human beings. Thereby, Punarjarma will be human being. Like that, good things that saint has been explained with various illustrations from Vedas, for which the Bhakti TV management paid to the Kamakoti Mutt for the day program 1 hour, let us say 10 lakh rupees. Who supplier? Kamakoti Mutt. Saint supplied. Kamakoti Mutt only supplied. 12A entity or 12AB entity. For what? Advancement of religion. Means what? What religion says you should know and enlighten your knowledge and proceed towards prosperity. So, it's called advancement of religious, advancement of spirituality, advancement of yoga. Meaning what? Not only normal, advancement means the simple sit, stand, turn, like this is a simple yoga. Something yogas are there which are so difficult to bend 360 degrees left and right. and do the yoga. Very good. Health. Yoga is not religion. Yoga is a health. Is a medicine type of preventive medicine. Prevention better than cure. Such type of medicine it is. Advancement of yoga. Such things are offered by charging the charges by, let us say, Sri Ravi Shankar Trust of Bangalore toll EIA entity. Is it taxable or free from GST? Further, just I'm giving the examples only. Further, advancement of education program, skill development relating to abandoned, orphaned or homeless children, or skill development or education program, advancement of education program, physically, mentally abused, traumatized persons. See here, one person keeping on the book sleeping. Because he has so much of frustration inside. Now the trust is making him what? Interest on studies. ஐயா அப்படி தூங்காது ஏந்து உட்காருன்னு உட்கார மாட்டேன். See, for you a lollipop in my hand, see one lollipop, you have it, after that ice cream is there, only ice cream provided after reading one page. Like that, bringing that particular persons into the regular stream to make steady. Such a type of things are offered by the trust or prisoners, for them providing education program or skill development program. Persons over the age of 65 years residing in rural area, to them education. So like that, a skill development for them. These are offered by the trust or a particular charitable trust, toll EIA or toll AB of income tax at qualify exemption, followed by preservation of environment, including watershed, forest, wildlife. See, a trust has been incorporated for welfare of animals. You are aware of that? Vantara. You should know. See, commerciality, different point. But the Reliance Group of company, Mukesh Ambani's son, name Akash Ambani. Our other person name, the gentleman, the fat person, he's a very very gentleman, so kind, humbleness, spending crores of rupees for the welfare of the animals. There is not a park, it's a rehabilitation center. If an elephant got injured with a leg, lying in the bush, they will go there, they will rescue the elephant and they bring to the Vantara place, which is in Gujarat, and they give treatment, rehabilitation, and making healthy and wealthy, and the elephant after some time, after getting cured fully, dancing. That means rehabilitation center. Protection of environment, which include wildlife animals also. Lion, our Prime Minister also went there sometimes before, because this should be appreciable issue. See, we are not able to give a biscuit to the dog on the street. Where is the humanity we have? Therefore, if a organization which is Tolebi functioning for the welfare of the animals as a rehabilitation centers, obviously they are qualified from exemption if they are charging any charges from the others. Of course, Vantara is providing absolutely freely services to animals. Freely if they provided, question of GST doesn't arise. If they charge the charges, if the animal belongs to somebody else and a particular zoo, for them they provide rehabilitation services and protection services. In that case, if they charge the charges, that is free from GST. I too told, if a particular charitable organization 12A or 12AB, if they import the services for charitable purposes, important point, import of services for charitable purposes, then only qualify from exemption. Now I am bringing mind-blowing point. Not only section 12A or 12AB of Income Tax Act, but also section 10 subsection 23 BB of Income Tax Act or section 10 subsection 23 clause C subclass 5 of Income Tax Act, these organizations having their religious place meant for general public, which is religious place is located within the premises of a religious place and properties located within the religious place, within the precinct of the religious place, and they are offering on rental basis per day per room less than 1000 exempted from the payment of the GST, per month basis less than 10,000 exempt from GST. Open space Kalyana Mandapam, which is owned by a religious place, and the Kalyana Mandapam is located within the precinct of the religious place, which is meant for general public, offered on per day basis less than rupees 10,000, also be exempted. But so far I said exemptions 12A, 12AB. Now renting of precinct of a religious place meant for general public. Repeating, renting of precincts of a religious place meant for general public. Per day per room less than 1000 exempted. Look here. What do you mean by religious place? Is this mosque, gurudwar, church, temple, and so on? Is a religious place, worship place. These religious places meant for general public. What do you mean by meant for general public? To access the religious place, one should not establish a ID card. You get my point? Sir, I am Mr. Rafi, Muhammad Rafi, wanted to take the blessings of the Almighty Lord Venkateswara Swami in Tirumala, Tirupati Devastham, Tirumala. If I am going there, anybody going to stop me? Hey, Mr. Rafi, you are not eligible to come inside. No, I have been gone, in fact, to take the blessings of the Almighty. A God for you means God for everyone. For me also God. I have went, purchased the ticket in the queue, stayed in the bogies one by one in each room. Thereafter, by at the end of the day, I got the opportunity to take the blessings of the Almighty. Just 2 or 3 seconds only they allow me. Yes, just then thrown. Just still I said like this and went. I feel very happy. Nobody asked me. Not only to me, to my friends who are my Hindu brothers. No one asked at Tirumala Devasthanam, are you eligible to come inside or not? Nobody asked. As a human being, you can come and take the blessings and perform the worship and go away. That is called what? Religious place meant for general public. And that premises, within the premises of the religious place, within the compound walls of the religious place, there are properties which is letting out on rental basis. Tirumala, Tirupati, Devasthanam, Tirumala itself is a precinct. The entire area, exclusively Tirumala, is for the worship place. And the Tirumala Devasthanam is giving their premises on rental basis to shopkeepers to sell toy items or the cloth items, sweet items, or they're providing, vendors are providing canteen services, they're letting out per day, per room, per day basis, less than 1000. Cottages are there. The bhaktas or the pilgrims who are going there can stay there by taking the by booking the cottages per day room less than rupees 1000 exempted, or the property is given on rental basis, you are eligible to take on rental basis per month less than rupees 10,000 exempted. Sir, in that particular Tirumala, there is a very big Kalyana Mandapams. Per day basis they will let out. Per day basis less than rupees 10,000 free from GST. If exceeds the utter GST. Tirumala, Tirupati, Devasthanam, Tirumala charging the charges per day per room cottages more than 1,000 rupees. Utter the GST. Of course, Tirumala, Tirupati, Devasthanam, Tirumala is GST taxpayer. Only for taxable supplies. Now, another best example I will tell you, I will show you here. You look on the screen now. It is a mosque. Am I right? It is a mosque. Here also, one need not want to establish their identity by showing the ID card. To take the worship in the mosque, you just walk into. It's general public. But that mosque is located in a place with so much of space, ground within that mosque premises, and constructed small shops, shop number 1, shop number 2, like that. These are all within the precinct of the religious place, and the mosque management collecting the rent from them, rent per month basis less than 10,000 per month, qualify from exemption. Now, when you talk about renting of immoral property meant for general public within the renting of premises which is located within the precinct of a religious place meant for general public, exempted if it is not exceed the limits in the hands of 12A, 12AB entity, or in the hands of section 1023 BBA or section 1023C subclass 5 of the income tax. In all the three categories qualify exemption. Are you getting my point, sir? Look here. Per day, that cottages given by the Tirumala, Tirupati, Devasthana, Tirumala less than 1,000 free from GST. Further, see, Tirumala, Tirupati, Devasthana selling the food, vendors selling the food items, shopkeepers. To them, rent per month basis they given less than 10,000 exempted. Further, the Kalyana Mandapam open space or auditoriums, if they are giving on rental basis per day less than rupees 10,000 exempted. What is exempted here means only when you have to understand renting of precincts of a religious place meant for general public. Renting of precinct. What is a precinct? Within the 4 compound walls of a particular religious place, they given that property on rental basis. What is the purpose for which they are renting is immaterial. Even cinema shooting purpose, Rajamouli approached Tirumala, Tirupati Devasthana Tirumala for the want of the space and rental basis at Tirumala for 2 or 3 days shooting purpose, paying rupees 2 crores. Taxable or exempted? Yes, taxable, because per day more than or equal to 10,000. Who liable to pay GST? Supplier liable to pay GST, not a RCM, is FCM. Got the clarity, my dear friends? Further, not only that, this is a little bit lengthy one. Let us complete that entire portion. Further, what is exempted? Service by of training or coaching in sports by charitable entities is also exempted. Training, coaching in sports offered by 12AA, 12AB entity is exempted. When you come to renting of precinct, 12AA, 12AB or section 1023 BB of Income Tax Act registered SSC or section 1023 capital C subclass 5 of the Income Tax Act also be qualified. apart from 12A, 12AB. But remaining all 12A, 12AB only. Are you getting my point, sir? Furthermore, sir, what about the rehabilitation professional services? Meaning what? After the treatment is over in the establishment, clinical establishment, furthermore taking care of the health, such as service offered by charitable organization in the name of rehabilitation professionals, absolutely exempted. Further, if a society registered under the section 12A, 12AB of Income Tax Act as a non-profit organization and offering shelters to old age home services to the old aged peoples, super senior citizens, by charging less than or equal to rupees 25,000 per month basis from a resident exempted. The word here used what? From a resident, means service provided to a resident. That means there are conditions. The recipient should be resident in India. The fees per month should not exceed rupees 25,000 rupees per month. Then only qualify exemption in the hands of the 12AA or 12AB of Income Tax Act. Wherever 12AA comes into picture, you can also read as a section 12AB. So 12AB is not there, means you add it here. 12AA now read as 12AA or 12AB of Income Tax Act, as the case may be.